The Boxing Sheik wants to know, why can't Devin Haney get a fair shake from the fans? He was criticized for not going for the finish against Gamboa, and when he goes for the finish against Linares, he's criticized again for getting hit. Yeah, no one's perfect, and people will be critical at times. I think he's getting a fair shake. If you don't finish Gamboa and the fans aren't entertained, they're going to say, we wish you were more entertaining. And if you do go for the finish, but you're sloppy enough that you get caught, not that he was going for the finish, but his defense wasn't tight enough and he got caught and he survived shaky moments, fans are going to point out, oh, he's vulnerable. I was impressed that he made it through that vulnerable moment. Others might point out, yeah, but it was a vulnerable moment. You can't please all the people all the time. You shouldn't try. T asks, would you agree that Wilder versus Fury 3 and AJ versus Usyk are nice consolation fights for boxing fans after the Fury-Joshua fight fell through? Absolutely. Fury-Wilder 3, I think Fury's going to win pretty obviously, but the way Wilder hits, yes, as an in-between fight, yeah, I'm interested in that fight. And Joshua Usyk is a very interesting fight. If these are, hey, we have to wait through one more set of fights before we get the one we want, you could do a lot worse. Hook'em32 asks, should Floyd Mayweather fight Butterbean next? Yes, if they're going to give him $100 million to do it. Floyd talked about this. Do you understand, throughout Floyd's entire career, by my count, until he fought Oscar De La Hoya, you add up all the money he made then, when he was in his prime, he makes more for fighting exhibitions now, like multiples more. So why wouldn't he? Justin wants to know, how would you favor a rematch and a unification bout between Inoue and Donaire after Donaire's dominant stoppage win over Ubali? I think you get the same result. Do I like the young, ascending killer guy or the old, proud champion? When the young ascending guy's already beaten the old proud champion? Yes, I like the young guy again in the rematch. John asks, what is Shakur Stevenson's ceiling? Right, there is no, the sky's the limit for Shakur Stevenson. Shakur has a very good chance to be considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in boxing and to hold that distinction for a number of years. Very few fighters who have ever lived have achieved that. Virgilio wants to know, with probably more than a decade of his career left, do you think Canelo has a chance of becoming the best Mexican boxer ever over Julio Cesar Chavez? What would he have to do to claim that title? Yeah, there's a chance, sure. Chavez is the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, and there's a lot of competition for that distinction. You know, Salvador Sanchez and so many others, Barrera, Morales, and everything. If Canelo were to clean out light heavy, for example, yeah, if he were to stay pound for pound best for 5, 6, 7 years, yeah. I don't know that looking back at Chavez, I'm not sure he was ever really the #1 best pound for pound fighter in the world. He was 1, 2, or 3 for a number of years. Canelo is doing that right now. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.